Hare Krishna. Welcome all to the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit series. Today we are going to see the final 125th video in this series. Till now we have seen 124 Srila Prabhupada's various pastimes he did here on this earth planet. So today we are going to see the final 125th video in this series. So please do write in the comment below what you would like to hear next, which series we would like to have next. So please do write in the comments so that we can please you by starting another series. So please watch this final video, 125th video on this Srila Prabhupada's 125th anniversary. 125th anniversary, Srila Prabhupada's anniversary is coming. So on that occasion, this is the 125th offering to Srila Prabhupada. So today we are going to see this 125th pastime of Srila Prabhupada, the pure devotee of Lord Krishna. So today we are going to see that Srila Prabhupada, when he left from India to USA, today is that auspicious day when our dear Srila Prabhupada left Kolkata and went on a ship to America. So today is the day, actually today is the Tithi. Actual date was 13th August 1965. Srila Prabhupada left from Calcutta, Khaderpur. The name of that port is Khaderpur Port in Calcutta. So today is that day. Today is the Tithi when Srila Prabhupada left India and started his journey towards America. So we will see some pastime related to this incident. So here we go. So this Jalduta ship was a cargo ship which was going to start from Calcutta. So Srila Prabhupada had got a free passage on this ship Jalduta because of Sumati Morarji's mercy. So Sumati Morarji gave Srila Prabhupada a free ticket, free travelling help on this cargo ship. So Srila Prabhupada on this day, on this Tithi, on this 13th August 1965, Srila Prabhupada had gone to Calcutta. So this is a very important event in everybody's life, every devotee who is a ISKCON devotee, to know how Srila Prabhupada left this place. So Srila Prabhupada, although born and brought up in Calcutta, now when he has gone on this day, which is 13th August 1965, that time there was nobody actually to receive Prabhupada, to cater to the needs of Srila Prabhupada. Now he was penniless. But on this day, 13th August 1965, 4 people came to bid farewell to Srila Prabhupada on this Khaderpur port in Calcutta. So one amongst them was Srila Prabhupada's son, Vrindavan Dey. He was there, and some acquaintance were there. Total 4 people were there to bid farewell to Srila Prabhupada on this day. Srila Prabhupada had 80 rupees with him. From that 80 rupees, Srila Prabhupada gave 40 rupees to his son Vrindavan Dey, and he had only now 40 rupees while going to USA. Just imagine an old person who is 69 years old. He is going to such a new place, America, with only 40 rupees, and that is also rupees, not dollars. So it is useless, zero. So he is going with 40 rupees. And what else was there with him? There are 3 things he was carrying. One is umbrella, one suitcase, and some cereals, dry cereals, so that he can take there, because he had heard there in America you may not get vegetarian food, you may have to eat meat. So that's why Srila Prabhupada carried these dry cereals. He said, I will just cook them and eat this, that's all. So Srila Prabhupada had umbrella, a suitcase, and dry cereal with him. So he was there on the 13th August with these 4 people, and Srila Prabhupada is now boarding this Jalduta ship. So when Srila Prabhupada was there, he also carried Srimad Bhagavatam sets with him. There were 200 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. They were also being loaded on this ship Jalduta. So Bhagavatam set, Srila Prabhupada had written with so much hard efforts. The first canto had 3 volumes. So like this, Srila Prabhupada was carrying 200 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srila Prabhupada was very confident. He is now taking the message of Lord Chaitanya to the West. So he was saying that the Srimad Bhagavatam is actually going to the West, and I am just an assistant. I am just assisting the Srimad Bhagavatam. The actual work will be done by Srimad Bhagavatam. I am just an assistant to the Srimad Bhagavatam. The Srimad Bhagavatam were also being carried. So when Srila Prabhupada boarded, it was morning 9 a.m. It was 13th August, Friday, 1965. And then Srila Prabhupada took that one small step on Jaladuta ship. So as the saying goes, the famous Neil Armstrong, when he landed on the moon, he had quoted this one statement. When he first put his step on the moon, what did he say? He said, "One small step of a man is a giant step for mankind." So actually we can repeat the same thing for Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada took a small step on this Jaladuta. A small step of Srila Prabhupada was a giant step for the whole mankind. And we know what history Srila Prabhupada created later. So Srila Prabhupada boarded the ship Jaladuta on this day, 9 a.m. Friday, 13th August 1965. And thus Srila Prabhupada's journey started. So Srila Prabhupada, when he wanted a free passage on the ship Jaladuta, he had requested Sumati Morarji to give a free ticket. So he didn't have even money to go to America. His spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had given him an instruction that you go to the West and preach this message of Lord Chaitanya in English language. So now at this age, 69 years old, he wanted to fulfill this mission of his spiritual master. So he wanted to go to West, but he has no money. So he had gone to Sumati Morarji, who was the in charge of the Scindia Ship Company, owner of this company. So Srila Prabhupada, when he had gone to her in Mumbai to meet, that time she was not ready to allow Srila Prabhupada to go to the West. She said, "Swamiji, you will die there. You will die. You are so old. America is so cold. So you cannot survive there at all. So please don't go there. You be here and teach Srimad Bhagavatam to me and my family and to the Indians here. Why you want to go to America?" Srila Prabhupada said, "No. That is the order of my spiritual master that I should go to the West and preach this message of Lord Chaitanya. So I have to go. Please give me a free ticket on your one of the ships." So Sumati Morarji was not ready to budge. She said, "No, Swamiji, you are like my father. I cannot give you. You will die there." Then ultimately, Prabhupada, with tears in his eyes, he said, "You are like my daughter. Can't a daughter fulfill one of the small desire of her father?" Then she relented and she gave that ticket. So Srila Prabhupada cried tears for us. And then finally, when he got the ticket, he boarded the ship and he was finally on the ship. Srila Prabhupada's life, we see, it is a life of sacrifice. As the famous saying goes, that a life full of sacrifice is better than the sacrifice of life. Anybody can sacrifice life, but a life full of sacrifice is better. So Prabhupada's life was full of sacrifice. So he boarded on the ship and the ship started. So from Calcutta, it went first to Colombo, Sri Lanka. And there Srila Prabhupada had some break. The ship stopped there and Srila Prabhupada also went on the land. The captain, whose name was Captain Pandya, he took Srila Prabhupada on the land, Sri Lanka, and then again boarded, and the ship then proceeded from Kanyakumari, from their ocean, and then docked in Cochin again. So in Cochin, Srila Prabhupada's 200 Srimad Bhagavatam sets were loaded in the ship, and Srila Prabhupada was so confident now. And then the ship started from Cochin and then towards the Red Sea. So Srila Prabhupada, before boarding, Jaladuta, he had taken the blessings of his master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He had gone to Mayapur to Samadhi of his spiritual master and taken blessings, and then he boarded. So he took full blessing of his spiritual master before boarding the ship. So now he was in the Red Sea. Now the real challenge started. When Srila Prabhupada was in the Red Sea, the seasickness started. If you travel in the ship, and that also a cargo ship, it is so horrible, because you see everywhere only sea and only water. And the cargo ship, because it's not a passenger ship, the cargo ship always tilts like this, always. So the ship always keeps moving whole time, 24 hours and for days together. So one cannot eat. If one eats, one will vomit. Things only roll. You cannot sleep properly. You cannot do your normal activities properly, because the ship is wobbling all the time, and the cargo ship, all the more it wobbles. So Srila Prabhupada was in a cargo ship, and Srila Prabhupada, when he was in this Red Sea, he got severe sickness. If you know, those students who are in Merchant Navy, many of them tell that when they first go on the sea, when they go first on the ship, they get this sea sickness, and the sea sickness is so terrible. It is said that some students even commit suicide. They directly jump into the waters and commit suicide. So severe is this sea sickness. You feel so much vomiting, you feel giddy, you cannot do normal activities in this state. So Srila Prabhupada had, and he was 69 years old man, and he was getting severe sickness, sea sickness. And not only this, he also got a severe heart attack, and not one but 2 heart attacks Srila Prabhupada got on this ship, and very severe heart attacks. A 69-year-old man having 2 heart attacks on the ship. Srila Prabhupada tolerated these 2 heart attacks. He tolerated. If you imagine a person, even a young person, if he has heart attack, it's so difficult for him to tolerate. But Srila Prabhupada tolerated these 2 heart attacks with no assistance, no medical assistance. He just tolerated, and he was in such a pitiable state. When he got these 2 heart attacks, he thought, now if a third one comes, he will just die, that's all. But the same night, when he got second heart attack, he got a dream in which Lord Krishna appeared to him. And Lord Krishna appeared in various incarnations like Kurma, Matsya, Vaman, like these various incarnations appeared in his dream, and they were rowing boat. They were rowing the boat in the sea. Srila Prabhupada saw this dream, and Srila Prabhupada thought, yes, now Krishna is there with me. And after that, Srila Prabhupada's health was normal. The next day, Srila Prabhupada got up, and then the event was Janmashtami, and the next day would be Srila Prabhupada's 78th birthday. So Srila Prabhupada celebrated Janmashtami on Jaladuta, and he prepared a nice feast for all the crew members who were there, and for Captain Pandya and his good wife. So Srila Prabhupada prepared a nice feast, and he prepared a nice lecture, and he gave a nice lecture to everybody. And Srila Prabhupada even sold one Srimad Bhagavatam set to Captain Pandya for $20. Now he had 40 rupees plus $20 from selling Srimad Bhagavatam set to Captain Pandya. So now he celebrated Janmashtami very nicely, and the next day he celebrated his 78th birthday. So Srila Prabhupada was on the ship, cargo ship, on his 70th birthday. So although he was having some trouble, but still he was pacifying himself by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita throughout. So he writes in diary that although I am suffering so much, but I am getting relief by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. I am reading Chaitanya Charitamrita and I am feeling very peaceful. So Srila Prabhupada like that traveled in the Atlantic Ocean for almost 35 days. He started on 13th August. So during the journey, the Atlantic Ocean was quite peaceful. Srila Prabhupada said in his diary, If Atlantic Ocean would have shown its real nature, then we wouldn't have survived. But Atlantic Ocean actually was normal, very peaceful, and Srila Prabhupada actually could come very peacefully in the Jalduta, and the Jalduta came after 35 days and docked near Boston Pier. So there when Srila Prabhupada reached, he wrote a beautiful song, Baro Kripa Koile Krishna Adhamera Pati. So this is the song Srila Prabhupada wrote on Jalduta when he reached America, and that day was 17 September 1965. So Srila Prabhupada when he reached America, that time he wrote very nice song, Baro Kripa Koile Krishna. In that he wrote that how I am such a fallen person, I don't know what to do, I just came here on the order of my spiritual master, I don't know what to do now, Krishna, make me dance, that's all. And Srila Prabhupada reached there, he came to the port, and then he wrote in his diary, I have now reached America, but I don't know whether to go left or whether to go right. He didn't know anybody, he's in a foreign land, an old person, he doesn't have any money, and he doesn't know now where to go left or right. That was the situation. But Srila Prabhupada had so much firm faith in his spiritual master and Lord Krishna. So when he came there, ship docked, and he came in the Boston. So there the visa immigration people, one of the person he saw, oh Swamiji, you have 1 month visa in our country. So this person, inspired by Krishna, he just said to Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, how much you want visa extension? I can give if you want. I will give you, instead of 1 month, a 2-month extension. And then he put a stamp and he said, you have 2 months visa now. So this was all inspired. 1 month it was there, and that visa immigration officer just said that I will give 2 months visa. And Srila Prabhupada got, Srila Prabhupada was happy, 2 months. He has only 2 months. And now Srila Prabhupada went to America. First he went to Sally Agarwal in Pennsylvania. There he stayed for some time. He observed how to preach, he observed the culture of America, and he thought of plans how to preach. But he didn't have any assistant. And later from Pennsylvania he shifted to New York, and at different places he was shifting from this place to that place, and finally when he got this 22nd Avenue place, there a storefront was there, he started preaching there, and slowly people started coming, and especially the hippies who were like drunkards, addicted to all bad habits, they started coming and they started chanting, and they started taking this process so seriously. So Srila Prabhupada says that when I was in India, I preached for 40 years, but not a single person became devotee. But here Prabhupada started, in 1 year so many people started coming. So Srila Prabhupada said that in India people are sitting on diamonds. So they are sitting on heap of diamond but begging for pieces of glass. So these people who were Americans, they took to this process, but the Indians who have the culture with them, but they didn't take. So in America, Srila Prabhupada started preaching, and so many people started coming, and within 1 year in 1966, Srila Prabhupada founded International Society for Krishna Consciousness in New York. With the help of all these hippies, they became so serious. And we will see also what are the 7 objectives of ISKCON in brief. The 7 objectives Srila Prabhupada charted down, wrote down. These are the 7 objectives of ISKCON. First, education. So ISKCON's objective is to educate people in the science of Krishna consciousness. So first is education. Second one is propagation. Propagation of what? The knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. This knowledge should be propagated everywhere. That is one of the objective of ISKCON. Third one is congregation. ISKCON wants that so many members of this institution, they should come together and congregate and actually help in this movement. So is the repetition of what? Holy name repetition, chanting of this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Holy name repetition. That is one of the objective of ISKCON. Fifth is temple construction. To construct beautiful temples, places, holy places, so that people can come together. Next is lifestyle simplification, so that ISKCON members should have a simple life, simple living, high thinking. And seventh is book distribution. These were the 7 aims and objectives of ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada wrote it down, and in 1966 ISKCON was founded. So first is education, second is propagation, third is congregation, fourth is holy name repetition, fifth is temple construction, sixth is lifestyle simplification, and seventh is book distribution. These were the objectives prepared by Srila Prabhupada for ISKCON in 1966. So within 1 year Srila Prabhupada founded ISKCON, and we know later what happened is a history. ISKCON spread all over like wildfire. So this was the day, today is the day when Srila Prabhupada started for America, and he took a small step. That small step, a small step of a man was a giant step for mankind, and later we know was a history. So thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.